Okay, so let's switch it up again and look at a different company, a different brand in another completely different industry. So here we are going to look at IKEA, or if you say it in the native Swedish, I believe it is IKEA. However, we live in mostly Western countries where we say IKEA. So I will say IKEA. Apologies if you are from Scandinavia and I am pronouncing it wrong. So let's first look once again at target customers. Who is IKEA for? It is for people who are creative, practical, value-driven. They care about the space they live in. They want style, but are happy to trade off service for cost. So this is some great insights from furniture and house furnishing buyers that they've come across or come out of insights. So that's who it's for. Features, what do they want? Who want? Rationally, they want good design and function, wide range and low prices. That's rationally the features they're after. Emotionally, the features they're after, they want a stylish home done cheap. Again, another great insight. The benefits, rational benefits of their offer, value, ease, it's easy, and practical. And the emotional benefits, creative and stylish. Now, the reasons to believe these things, you believe them because, so they claim value for money, which is low prices. What's the evidence of low prices, or how they get low prices? Low prices, there's limited sales staff in the store, self-selection by customers, self-transport by customers, self-assemble by customers, limited customer service. Design is focused on cost of manufacturing. There's ample inventory on site. There's year-round stocking, 100% sourced from long-term suppliers and suburban locations, because it's more expensive to drive into a city centre, pay for parking, get your stuff in and out, etc. So there's plenty of evidence for low prices. Good design and function is in-house furniture design. This stuff is modular. You knock down kit packaging. So it's kit packaging. You can build it up out of kits yourself. You can also take it back down. Ease of transport, because it's all in flat boxes. It's flat packed. And assembly, in theory. If you've ever tried to do some of these things yourself, some go up quite easy. Some are not so easy to assemble. However, that's their offer. Wide range. They have a large explanatory catalogue. If you've ever seen the IKEA catalogue, it was huge. It's mostly online now. But when you're in store as well, they have lots of informative displays and labels, ample parking, high traffic store layout. You kind of land up in this maze thing. You have to follow it all the way around through all the sections of a house. So those are the many reasons to believe how they can have low prices and at the same time, good design and function and a wide range. By being personality-wise, practical, stylish and value-driven. So let's zoom up now and look at the value proposition sentence. We will do X for Y by delivering Z. For IKEA it is, we will do wide range of home furnishing items for most people by delivering good design and function at low prices. So we will do X, wide range of home furnishing items for Y, most people by delivering good design and function at low prices. So if for the company and the brand, it's the same. IKEA for the value proposition. Their overall value proposition is value. Now, this is an interesting one. They could have equally gone for style or stylish, because their stuff is stylish by design. However, they've chosen value because that is obviously the more important for the customers. And the other thing with style is, in most customers' minds, you pay for style. That style comes at a premium. Stylish things are rarer and therefore is more limited in scope, where you can buy them, how many are made, and come at a premium price. So IKEA's done something pretty amazing, which does show what is possible. They've managed to combine style and value. These two are normally at polar opposites. You have value, which normally means lower prices, and you have, if you think of like other companies and other industries, so like, you know, Costco or Walmart or some of like the fuel petrol retailers, it's on price, like the supermarkets, when you buy your fuel from a supermarket. The CVP is cheapest price. It's hard to say value and style to put these together, but they've actually done it here. They've got good design and function, so they do actually make a stylish home done cheap. The function is good. The stuff is very simple. You put a chair together. Ideally, it's like 2 parts, 4 bolts. Most of their stuff is like that. And what they've actually done is export and make a global Scandinavian design. If you've if you've been to Denmark, Norway or Sweden, which collectively is known as Scandinavia, and you go and stay in a Scandinavian hotel, the hotel rooms genuinely look like IKEA rooms. There's a simple wooden bed with a mattress, there's a wooden table with a simple wooden chair, some like pine or light colored wood, wooden floor, and then white bedding, white curtains, and that's it. And you're thinking, how much am I paying for this room? It's very bare and very basic. But that is Scandinavian design. So they've combined stylish with value, and it has worked. So their overall value proposition, they've gone with value, but it's style at value. But the main one is value. That's why people go there. I get value for money, and it's relatively cheap. I can furnish my house for relatively low cost. So their value proposition, moving on from the sentence to make it more palatable and executable, is: we will offer a wide range of home furnishing items of good design and function at prices so low that most people can afford to buy them. That is their CVP. I think it's a great one, and it has really worked. If you Google the story of IKEA and their growth and their expansion globally, it's a huge success story. But they had this dialed in right from the start. You know, I went to one of the early IKEA stores in the UK, and they were very focused on that target market that they've got here. Who is it for? And as it turned out, a lot of who that is for was also people in their 20s, early career. You get with a partner and you're setting up your first home. IKEA became a great way to do that. If you need to furnish an entire apartment or condo or flat or a house, it's hugely expensive to buy everything, top whack or normal branded stuff. You're buying beds and cupboards. It is hugely expensive. So you're able to basically furnish your entire house for not a lot of money. Get all the beds, all the furniture, all the bathroom stuff. So it started out that way, and then it was very clear on the target customers. It's those people that want style but are happy to trade off service and cost. Go and pick the stuff up myself, assemble it myself, all that kind of thing. But it did expand over time. They expanded it to most people. So they were still very clear on their target market, but they did expand it they were so successful with that target market, they expanded the CVP and kept adding offerings around the side, like specifically around children and then babies and then like kitchen equipment. So most people now have something from IKEA in their house. You still get people that have decked out their entire place with IKEA, but I think most people would have something from IKEA in their home. So hugely successful. I think a really good CVP that resonated really well because they were able to pull off stylish furniture with value for money, and people were willing to make that trade-off of I've got to put it in my own car and I've got to assemble it myself. The trade-off worked. They probably had to test it a lot, or they knew it worked in Scandinavia, and the job was, can we make this work in the rest of the world? They probably tested it, started small, and it has absolutely worked. Hugely successful company globally now, and a very good CVP. So keep this one as in the bank as a good example to refer to of how to build a CVP, and also that you don't, it's easier when you're starting out to fix it on one value proposition, like, you know, protection or performance or value. But this is a great example of how can you stretch it where they've actually managed to combine. The main proposition is still value. That's very clear. You get value for money with IKEA, but you also get stylish stuff, which is hugely impressive. So another good example. Let's move on to look at another one. This has been an excerpt from the larger How to Create Your CVP or Your Own Value Proposition course within our marketing community, the Marketing Accelerator within school.com. So you can come here and I'll show you where it lives. This is the About page if you've not visited us before, what we offer within our free community. There's the community that's here within the classroom. You have all of our free courses and then our other courses. Here it is the Create Offers Customer Value Proposition course, which covers introduction, value proposition creation, value proposition plus the offer, and the summary of how to implement. And within value proposition creation, it is the bottom-up approach, including CVP examples across industries. So if you want to know more, that is how to find us. We will see you soon on the inside.